Hi, it's Quinby, and have I got a banger for you this week. It's called SEXTROLOGY by Starsky and Cox. They're a husband and wife team, and they only use their last names as authors. They've written a book that, as the title implies, combines astrology with sexuality, and oh my god, is this fun! Each sign is explored in effervescent and frisky detail, from psychology to physicality to what they like behind closed doors. All of it served up in easily digestible and very direct prose. No New Age piffle in this one. Want to know what to expect from a new lover? Curious about what your friends are really like? Sextrology will give you an unprecedented insight into everyone's sexual character, especially your own. Here's a sample. All right, here we are. So what am I seeing? Let's take a look at the table of contents. And this is how it's broken down. We have an introduction, and then all the signs, broken up by man and woman. For example, we have the Aries man, sign and mind, body and soul, sex and sexuality, sidebars, couplings. Well, this sounds pretty interesting, doesn't it? Let's see. Where shall we go? How about the Leo woman? The knockout. Body and soul. Leo woman, infused with so much physical and emotional energy, always seems, despite her actual size or stature, somewhat larger than life. No matter how conscious an effort she might make at appearing demure, the sheer power of her being belies any such stabs at subtlety. She is haughty, cunning like a cat, somewhat savage in her movements, athletic, often exhibiting a defined musculature. Her brand of beauty is distinctly fiery, made all the more vivid by overt personal style choices, as she often kits herself out in boldly revealing clothes, brightening her hair to a golden red or flaxen blonde. If she's not careful, Leo may miss the golden girl mark completely, coming across instead as brassy, a quality that too often matches her broad, outgoing personality. Indeed, there's rarely anything fragile in her physicality. She is, after all, the huntress of the Zodiac, and as such, exudes a ferocity that befits her lioness totem. It is his very rough and tumble mien that makes the Leo the most tangibly sexy woman on the astrological wheel. Her presence poses a challenge to a would-be lover, as if to say, "Are you up to this?" Even when pint-sized, she can't help but give a man pause. A potential mate need only be introduced to a Leo woman to sense the depth of her passionate nature. And despite her obvious physical appeal, it is this underlying fire that is the most daunting. He realizes, right from the start, that to survive a relationship with Leo woman requires a lion's share of energy, sacrifice, and above all, emotional stamina. As the queen of the jungle, she packs a 1-2 punch of raw earthiness and regal imperiousness designed to communicate that she feels comfortable and absolutely empowered at the top of any human heap. Particularly in her numerous platonic relationships with other women, she is forever reinforcing her alpha status. Like Artemis with her troop of nymphs, or even her hunting dogs, the Leo, too, has her bunch of bitches, fiercely taking the lead in every social situation. And there's more, and more, and more, and more. Let's skip ahead to sex and sexuality. Leo woman is drawn to men with ardent natures, those who appear to wear their heart on their sleeves, and will commune with the Leo on this particular level where she lives. This simple fact goes a long way to explain why it is Leo women are so notorious for falling head over clicking ruby heels, in love with Latin, Mediterranean, Caribbean, and other mother-loving emotionally fueled cultures prone to fervent displays. Leo is a native of the month of August. Her world is meant to feel metaphorically tropical. And when it comes to men, she can be as corny as Dorothy's Kansas in that same month. Faced with a fellow she fancies, the typically fierce Leo turns into something of a goofball. It's charming, really. Not adept at disguising her feelings, she practically goes into heat around such fervent, darkly dashing types. Big blonde Nordic dudes leave her cold, while she often lightens up her own look so as to seem like the sun itself to these hotties she hungers for. And And let's move on. And on. And on. Here we go. Though she's not quick to fall in love, Leo is certainly no saint in between times. She is an outrageous flirt with a killer's appetite for sex, yes, but sex to the Leo is a vividly demonstrative means of making an, if just a brief, emotional attachment. Leo is passionate for her prey, eye on the prize, fixed in her need to express her outsized, bubbled-up emotional aggression. The wet cardinal water Cancer is always on some jag, letting her gut feelings flow, but Leo guards her emotions in her mystic heart of hearths, cooking them into a heated froth. Through sex, exercise, and ambition, she ultimately expresses them. A woman isn't labeled a wildcat for not letting her fierce feelings show. Likewise, Leo can handle a fairly active life of sex and dating without getting hurt as much as most, the guys she chews up and spits out included. Though getting some is high on Leo's agenda, she's always holding in her heart that most fiery fixture, hoping that this guy is the one. And it does go on, and deeper and deeper. Artemis is the huntress, precisely because she's turned her back on love and men. When similarly inclined, Leo woman devotes her feverish attention to other pursuits, namely professional success with its promise of acceptance and respect. Like Actaeon, turned into a deer by the goddess and devoured, as it were, by his own hounds, the stag who gets to see ambitious Leo naked will have to overwhelm her. Only in so doing does he prove himself worthy. In short, Leo wants a man who can keep up with her, some healthy competition. She enjoys besting, and being bested, even in bed. She thrives on high-powered men, those who generate growth in the world, makers, shakers, movers, and manufacturers, self-made men and kings of industry, chieftains worthy of her company. What else have we got here? It's deep. It is very deep. Let's skip ahead to principle. So these are interesting. Element and quality, polarity, sign number, sign age association. And then we have, oh look, famous Leo women. Madonna, Jennifer Lopez, Kate Beckinsale, Iman, Mae West, Melanie Griffith, and a whole bunch more. Turn-ons, swarthy looks, dark hair, darting eyes, stubble, rough trade, penis girth, being filmed, outdoor beach sex, MFF threesomes, and then we get gay turn-ons, and here we have straight, the Leo woman, the Aries man, and it goes through the entire Zodiac, and gay as well. So, quite a lot of stuff to digest. Well, I'm sure by now you get the idea. Fascinating doesn't begin to describe the insights you will obtain from this masterwork. And what's nice about it is, you don't have to read it cover to cover, although after a while, you'll want to. But to start, you could just skip around to whatever interests you, just like I did. Until next time, this is Quenby Delicious signing off. See you in the next video.